Nityananda, we've been following my channel, spoken about various topics, especially related to what Swamiji Nityananda has shared with me, the experiences I've had, etc. Now, one of the key things that's been really troubling more recently has been that during 2010 there was a morphed video released around Swamiji. It created a bunch of furor, and there was a lot of media news at that time and hype around it. Since then, there were, vested interests had filed like over 100 cases against him. The truth of the matter is that all of those were false cases, and they've all been rejected by the courts or settled, and said that they are gone against the accusers in that sense. And there's only one case left that's also been suspended. Now, that's the truth of all that had been done. And now recently, with some other godmen getting into trouble, the media has decided to again up the ante and take Swamiji's name and again start rehashing old news which is completely false and redundant. And it's really sad to see this happening, because even court of justice is not being the what they have pronounced, etc., is not being respected by the news groups. And just in the sake of media ratings, etc., these prostitute groups have decided to continue raking up old issues that are completely irrelevant. For example, let me tell you, medically he has been proven that his testosterone level is way below any normal male or female also, and which is basically a strong indication of what he's always been convinced and told us about, which is when he had his first enlightenment experience, there was a physiological change that happened to the body as well, and where he's gone beyond gender. However, that data is being misrepresented as well, and being demanded that he go through these tests. Essentially, he is beyond gender and incapable of having sex. So the fact that there is a woman with multiple STDs who is saying that, charging that she's been raped by him, is completely false on the multiple basis. The fact that she has multiple STDs and she had them before even these, the alleged rape happened. If Swamiji had indeed had any physical contact with her also, he would have had these STDs as well, and this is clearly not true. The other thing is that when her medical records were subpoenaed in the US court, it was found that she had had these STDs for a long time, and the court ended up fining her close to $500,000 for the false cases that had been filed. That's the truth, and that's what the media refuses to accept, because for them it's great to show the sobbing lady or the sobbing woman basically coming up with this whole false story, and that's what ends up selling. So very clearly it's time for us to wake up and realize that none of this is true. There are many more such truths that are there. For more of those, I recommend you go to nityanandatruth.org and see that for yourself. All the facts have been laid out very well. There are some videos as well, and of different devotees who were involved in that time, and how they are sharing how the conspirators had planned their attacks. So thank you for listening. All this is just distraction from the key work that needs to be done, which is of enriching and helping everyone lead very powerful lives. So I request all of you to really take heed to this, especially the authorities, and stop this nonsense from happening in the media. And let's get back to really helping each other lead much more powerful lives, leading amazing lives. So thank you for listening. Nityanandam.